Hiya.
Hello.
Welcome to the Geeky Girls Knit podcast. I'm Cece, also known as Java Pearl.
I'm Dammy, also known as Dammy Stoodles.
And we're glad to have you today. And we're good. Is that what I say?
Yes.
Brain. I am totally lost. Today, sorry. Today is Wednesday, the 11th of July, 2018. I don't know where my brain went. And this is episode 302. We'd like to say a big welcome back. We love you guys, to all our returning viewers, and a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. We hope you enjoy the show. Dammy, we had someone introduce themselves in the group this week. Why don't you give them a shout out?
All right, Sherry, who is S. Stingle from Ohio.
Welcome. Thanks for introducing yourself. Dammy, if somebody is not a member of our Ravelry group, what should they do and why?
You should join and introduce yourself in our introductions thread because you will get a shout out on our next episode and be able to participate in all our owls and giveaways.
That's right. If you participated in the read along or the episode 300 giveaway, you need to go watch last week's episode because we've had some prizes claimed, but we haven't had all of them claimed. So, okay, well, we've got some stuff to talk about today, so we probably should get started. Here we go.
And now we're going to talk about what is on our needles.
What is on your needles, Dammy?
Something different from last week. I know. It only took me 3 months to finish a pair of socks.
But you did do some baby knits in there.
Yeah. So this is... So a couple weeks ago, I did the first pair of baby chino socks for baby Elvis, whose actual name is going to be Finn, but I'm calling him baby Elvis. This is pair number 2. So this is the baby chino pattern by... It's my baby chino pattern.
Yeah, and it goes from... It's not just baby socks. It goes from baby to adult.
I did baby, toddler, child, adult, small, medium, large.
Yeah. So you can have matching socks for your whole family.
Yeah, but it's a really simple pattern, so if you needed stitch sizes that aren't in there, you could modify it yourself.
Yeah.
So these are on US 3s, which are
3.25
millimeters, and the yarn is Bernay Softy Baby in the Prince Pebbles colorway. And I'm almost done with this. I need to do 2 more rows and then the cuff, and that will be the first one done.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, and that's all that's on my needles.
So what's going to go on your needles next after these are finished? Because you probably will have these done by next week's episode.
Yeah, I am not sure.
Okay. Something from the Hadestown collection, probably?
Maybe.
Okay. We'll see.
So what's on your needles?
Okay, well, I have 3 things on my needles, as seems to be the pattern of late. First up, I have my zigzag blanket, which is the 10-stitch zigzag pattern by Frankie Brown. It's on US 4s, 3.5 mil needles, and I'm currently using Premier Yarn Serenity Sock Prints in the chili colorway, even though it doesn't look like chili. And I have 1 zigzag left in this stripe, so hopefully I will do that today. If not, I will catch up tomorrow. And then I will start the next stripe, which is Mint Rain Yarns in the Hufflepuff colorway. Is it self-striping or is it?
I think it's stripes.
I think it is. I think it's stripes and not variegated. So that's, Dammy went on that for me the other day. And so that's what's going on there next. Now, I did some maths. I did maths, Dammy.
I heard you.
And if I continue in my pattern of doing 1 zigzag a day, except for when I do the 20th zigzag, I also do the first zigzag of the next row, or the next stripe. I will finish this on the 17th of February of 2020. So a little under 2 years from now. However, I may make some adjustments and try to finish it during Stash Dash next year. Because that would be like, I don't know.
You would win.
I would probably get like close to 10,000 meters just from it. So, we shall see. It was funny though, because I was like, I wonder how much longer. So if I don't do it to finish it during Stash Dash, it'll end up having taken me like 5 years to do it.
See, I don't have that kind of patience.
And I didn't do, I mean, there was about 4 months where I didn't work on it last summer when we were in the midst of the move and everything, so. All right. I wasn't really trying to stall to get to the end of the row, but that's just how it happened. So next up on the needles is I have another baby sweater, the last one for a while, because the next friend that I know that is pregnant is not due until December. So
that you know.
That I know. So this is the baby sophisticate sweater. Y'all have seen me knit about 12 zillion of them. This is for baby Clara, for my friend Melissa, whose Clara was born a couple of months ago, and I already sent her the 0 to 3 month set of stuff with the baby vertebrae, beloved bonnet, and baby chino socks. And that since she lives not very far away from us, I knew it would be fine to then wait to send her the 6 to 12 months. So I'm doing this in the 6 to 12 month size, and I already have the beloved bonnet and the baby chino socks to go with it ready. This is the Baby Sophisticate pattern by Linden Down. It's on US 8's 5mm needles, and this is Bernay Softy Baby in the pink rainbow colorway. And I have this much left, but I don't think it's going to be enough, so we stopped at Joann's the other day and got another skein. According to my maths, this is not going to be enough. But we shall see. If I end up not using the other one, I can always save it for later babies or use it for preemie hats or something like that. Or something for me, because I really like this colorway. It is totally my jam. And then the last thing I have on the needles was called the currently unnamed cowl, until my friend Jolene at Mom's Group this week, when I took it to show her, because I had like described it to her and she was like, oh, I want to see it. She's a knitter. She suggested it be called a walk in the park cowl, because it is going to be rather long cowl. So if it's just kind of just a little chill in the air, you could wear it just down. If it's a little colder, there's, you know, you need something, you could double it. Or if it's really cold, you could triple it. So it's a perfect for whatever walk in the park you take. There you go. So this is a design that I'm doing. It's on US 4's 3.5mm needles. I can't show you the pattern, but I'll show you the yarn. So this is Black Trillium Fiber Studio Lilt Sock in the Ablaze colorway. And I'm using a full skein of it. That's closer to the color. And then I'm using where's the fifth one? There it is. It's a 5-color gradient set called, it's again on the Lilt Sock, it's the Crater colorway, so there's 5 colors of yarn. And I'm over halfway done with it, and yeah, making good progress on it, and I need to get it typed up for testers so that I can get it released. And then, as I was talking about on Instagram, was that yesterday? Yeah, I think so. On Instagram stories and Instagram Live and IGTV. If you don't know what IGTV is, Instagram has added this new thing where you can do up to 10-minute long videos, and they stay. They don't delete after 24 hours. She's stretching out. Our baby pink pearl over here. They stay, they don't delete. So I've started putting a little bit of stuff on there. If you want to check it out, I'm cc_almond on Instagram. Why did I say that? Oh, because the next pattern that's going on the needles is my 4th Outlander inspired pattern, which will be releasing this fall, along with a kit from Julia of Pandia's Jewels. And she's been sending me pictures of stuff for the kit, and it's amazing. Oh, I didn't show you. I'll show you when we stop. She sent me another picture, but you weren't with me. Yeah, so that is everything that is on the needles. And we both have finished project. Well, you have a finished project and I have a couple. So let's move on to the next segment.
Now we're going to talk about our finished projects, because I have a finished project.
Huzzah! What did you finish this week, Jamie?
So I finished my Rusty Gate socks, which according to Ravelry I've been working on since April. I finished the first one a while ago and I forgot to get it, so just use your imagination, because it looks pretty much exactly the same as the second one. So this is the French Vanilla Cappuccino Socks pattern by someone. It's on US 1.5, 2.5 millimeters, and the yarn I used was Sarah's Texture Crafts Donegal 4-ply in the Rusty Gate colorway.
It's a little darker than that, but
yay.
Yeah. Well, and you, like I was telling you before we started the podcast, you finished, what, 2 other projects during the time you were working on that?
Maybe.
The hat and the socks.
I don't remember.
I don't know if you finished
And
anything
Heidi's
else.
headband.
Oh, Heidi's headband. So you finished 3 other things in between while you were working on that. So I think that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Are you going to be a person who takes knitting into a classroom?
I don't know.
I'm just curious. I did during grad school.
I know you did.
And at first the professors were like, and I was like, let me just prove to you. And so when I passed like the first test or whatever,
You snapped your fingers in a
I was like,
formation in their face?
no, I wasn't. But I was like, they were like, oh, I was like, I listen better if my hands are busy. And they were like, cool. And so that's the end of the story. Okay. Did you finish anything else?
No.
Okay.
So what did you finish?
I finished a couple things. First up is the weekly preemie hat. I made this one a little bit bigger. So this one is number 27 for the year. Is that halfway? What's half of 52?
26. So
Last week was halfway, so I'm into the second half of the year. This is This is from my free top-down preemie hat that you can get on Ravelry. I think it's got 7
Preemie
size.
hat pattern. You said you didn't say pattern.
Oh, for my free top-down preemie hat pattern on Ravelry. I think it's got 7 sizes in it. And I'm at a place now where I've got like the basic of it, not outline, but premise of it in my head. And sometimes I modify the stitch count or whatever to like use up, if I've got just a small amount of yarn and I want to try to use it all up or whatever. So I just play with it. That's why I always make the pom-pom first, so that I make sure I have enough yarn for the pom-pom. This is on US 6's 4mm needles, and the yarn is, I held doubled a strand of Knit Picks palette in the cream colorway with Patton's Croy in the Cascade Colors colorway. I thought you'd be able to see this stripe of it more, but it was a very subtle stripe. If you remember, I knit socks for my friend Mel out of the Cascade Colors. I sent an email to the head of volunteer services at the closest hospital with a neonatal intensive care unit, NICU, to ask about donating the hats. I haven't heard back from her yet, but I did reach out to her this week to see if they accepted preemie hats. And the other thing, I can't show you in person because I've already shipped it, but here's a picture of it on the screen. This is a baby vertebrae that I made for Daniel and Rebecca's wee lass. So these are friends in Scotland who are having their first baby. And so the pattern is the Baby Vertebrae by Kelly Van Nykirk. It's on US 4's 3.5mm and US 6's 4mm, and it was Brene Softy Baby in the pink rainbow colorway. So this completed the set of a 0 to 3 month Baby Vertebrae, Baby Chino Socks, Beloved Bonnet in the pink rainbow colorway, and a Baby Sophisticate, a Beloved Bonnet, and a Baby Chino Socks in a 6 to 12 month size out of the Princess Pebbles colorway. So I shipped it out to her yesterday, to Rebecca yesterday, so that it'll be there in time for this wee lass who's arriving in August. So, and let's see where I am with Stash Dash. So I'm currently sitting at 2,913.6 meters done, which I did the math a minute ago. Now I can't remember. I think it's like 42% of the way to 7,000. I've got this baby sweater on the needles right now. The cowl is going to be probably around 1,000 meters. So that's going to really bump it up. Will I finish the Outlander pattern by the end of Stash Dash? I don't know. I need to make baby hat, or not a baby hat, a birthday hat for my niece Lola, and I might go ahead and make the boys, my nephews' hats at the same time. We'll just see. I think I'm going to get to 5,000. I don't know that I'm going to get to 7,000 this year. So, I mean, I'm still shooting for it, but I think I'm going to end up getting like to 5,000. So, and I've got your birthday wrap to cast on too, which what I may do is finish this sweater, do Lola's hat, continue working on the cowl. when I finish the cowl, cast on the Outlander, and when I finish Lola's hat, cast on your birthday wrap. Because, I mean, it's not like when we were in Scotland where I was trying to ship Lola and Wyatt and Waylon's hats together so that it would be less shipping from Scotland to the U.S. But they're...
Shipping's still exorbitant here.
Yeah, but it's not as bad. I mean, like the parcel I shipped to Scotland yesterday, so 2 baby sweaters, 2 pairs of baby socks, and 2 baby bonnets was $25 to ship it. It didn't even weigh a pound, and it was $25 to ship it. And that was the cheapest way to ship it. So, yeah. Okay, we're rambling now. So I think that's everything for this segment. That's everything I finished. So let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show. Yummies. What are yummies, Tammy?
Yummies are our current favorite things, things we like, things we want to talk to you about.
Yummies. Hold on 2 seconds while I knit these last 2
2
stitches. That's it. Okay, so my sweet friend Mel.
So your free friend.
My sweet friend Mel brought me a surprise this week. I was having a rough day the day before, and she saw this and thought of me and brought it to me. And she put this note inside. This is a hug in a mug to remind you how much you are loved. How adorable is this? And what she brought me is a glittery pink Pusheen mug. Now,
Glittery pink space Pusheen.
Now, she did not know this until I told her. When I was looking for a new mug, and I ended up buying this one, this was my second choice. I was deciding between these 2. How crazy is that?
And now you have them both.
So I've been drinking water out of this one with my cool stainless steel straw. It needs to be cut down a little bit. Mel's husband is actually going to do that for me. So I've been drinking water out of this at home and drinking my coffee out of this. And sometimes I take this out with me. It just depends. Like, if we're going to a small group or something, I take it with me. So, yes. So, that was very, very sweet and very touching. And, yes. Okay, next up. The lovely ladies, Alexa and Emily. Sorry, I was missing the names of Tin Can Knits, released a new pattern this last week, and they are always so kind and generous and gift us their new stuff, and in return we love to talk about it on the podcast. So this is a new cardigan called Boardwalk that you wear with the buttons in the back. Freaking awesome.
How do you button it if the buttons are
Well,
in the
I was
back?
thinking about that. Either you have a friend or family member do it for you, or you could button it and then put it over like a pullover. Because almost all the pictures they have, I think, of them wearing it is they button just like the top 3 buttons and then let the rest of the buttons be. So it's a DK weight sweater, knit on US 4s, 3.5 mil, and use it as 6s, 4 mil needles. It starts with a 0 to 3 month size and runs all the way to 4XL adult.
Wow.
So we love their stuff because it's always baby to big. They say, looking for a classic wardrobe staple or something a little different, shape your sweater accordingly. This vanilla raglan sweater is perfect to show off your favorite yarn and become your best everyday sweater. I think I'm going to have to knit this. I love at the sides, it's...
the side of the hems.
Yeah, the side of the hem is split, which I love. So I think this is going to have to go on my list to knit.
There's a picture with one of it buttoned all the way on
Yeah,
the baby.
on one of the babies, yeah.
On a baby.
It's so cute. It's speckly, that one. So it's beautiful. I love, love. I cannot express how much I love their size range. It's amazing. Yeah, and you can also wear it in the front with the buttons in the front, just like a traditional cardigan. So, I think this is going to have to go on my to knit list. I've got 2 sweater quantities of yarn that I need to knit through probably first, though. One of those is for Nanny Swimmo, though. It's from Pom Pom Quarterly, I think. Yes, no. No, I'm going to do the Granito by Hoagie Locatelli for Nanny Swimmo using the Nano Stitch Laboratory Scientific Sock yarn that I got, that it was on clearance at a yarn shop we went to, so I got a sweater quantity of yarn for $40. So that I think is going to be my Nanny Swimmo, which is National Knit a Sweater in a Month. It's a challenge to knit a sweater of 50,000 or more stitches in a month. It came out of NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month, where you write a novel of 50,000 words or more. So I've done it for the last like 4 or 5 years, I think. So I'm going to do the Granito then. But I do have, the other one I was thinking of is I've got yarn for the Triskilling by Kristen Blom, which is from Pom Pom Quarterly. And I bought yarn for that on the yarn crawl I went on a few months ago. So those two need to get on the needles. But yeah, Boardwalk is gorgeous. You should definitely check it out. Their pattern, they've got so many great tutorials on their website, and their patterns are so user-friendly and very detailed of what you need to do. So their patterns are very, very good for beginners. And then they have some more complicated ones, but if you do some of the easy ones first, it helps you learn how to do the more complicated ones. Mm-hmm. So I love their stuff. So, okay, and the next thing I wanted to show you is I've told y'all that I'm taking an English paper piecing 101 class later this year. And I was at Mom's group yesterday, and let me back up. On Sunday, we went to Joann's because I was getting the other skein of Pink Rainbow yarn for this baby sweater. And my friend Allie is going to help me put pockets in a couple of dresses and a couple of skirts that I have, because pockets. So I bought like 3 fat quarters to use to make the pockets. So I took them to her over there Monday, and we figured it out. And so she's going to get the pockets ready, and then we'll, rip open the seams and put them into the different things. But while we were checking out, I was talking to the lady. Her name is Jo, the cashier, and I've chatted with her pretty much every time I go in. I end up chatting with her, and so I was telling her that I'm taking the English paper piecing class later this year, and she was like, "Oh, the day before Thanksgiving, they do a 70-cent fat quarter day." And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. So I was telling my friend Mel yesterday at Mom's group, because she's taking the class with me. And our friend Jolene, who was there, who came up with the Walk in the Park Cal title, was like, they're doing 70-cent fat quarters right now. And I was like, wait, what? And so I made a trip over to Silverdale, which is only about 15 minutes away, to Joann's, and decided to get, I was going to get just like 10 fat quarters, but then I found some other ones that I fell in love with. So I ended up getting 12 I got 12 fat quarters plus a blank t-shirt that I'm doing something with for $12. I saved like $22 on the fat quarters. So I'm going to do a rainbow quilt. So like, I can't decide if I'm going to do like down, like start with like red and kind of do down like a rainbow color.
Why don't you start with red and go with diagonal?
I was thinking that too. I was debating.
Diagonal is the new black.
So we'll see. But here are the ones that I got. So I got this cute pink one with Eiffel Tower and summer and Paris and buses and flip-flops and palm trees on it.
Paris.
And then I got this red with flowers on it. And then I got
That's more magenta. It looks kind of magenta.
I got it from the red section. I got this orange one with red hearts on it.
It's cute.
She likes that one. I got this yellow with flowers on it. I got this brown with leaves.
I like that one.
I thought at first something was spilled on it, but there's just little pop of green on some of them.
Leaves, not leaves.
I got this green compass one.
What is she doing?
She's
She was like twitching.
She's dreaming, but she was trying to get herself on her back. I got this green damask one.
That's more teal.
I got this blue dog one because...
Puppies. You will learn to love puppies.
Well, because if I'm making it like for our house, Daddy likes puppies.
But you'll meet a puppy that you will love one day. Besides Gunther,
Gunther was my friend. He came and sat with me when I was sick. Purple stars and moons. And then the last three are kitties. So there's purple with yellow and pink and blue kitties and paw prints and meow and purr.
It's a novelty cat.
And then here's a princess cat or queen cat with pink. So it's pink kitties.
Also novelty cat. What if it's a king cat?
I don't know. No, it's a queen cat.
But what if it's a king cat?
No, it's a queen cat. And this one with pink and gray with furry friends.
Oh my gosh.
So that's the...
I like the one with the eye patch.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is the 12 that I got. I'm trying to spread them out. Like rainbow style.
Go in and buy all of Joanne's fat quarters.
I know. I think there's going to be enough left from my pockets to do at least a tiny bit with the yarn. I mean, not the yarn, those fat quarters that I bought.
Are you going to keep your new fabric stash?
I don't know. There we go. Okay, so that's the 12 that I got. So that should get me started. So here's a question, because I've done a little bit of sewing, but not much. Do I need to launder these before I use them?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Are you asking me or
them?
them?
No, I'm asking them.
You're looking right at me.
Sorry. Should I launder them? Do I need to like launder them and then press them before I use them?
I would say press, but I don't know about wash. Because they'll be folded and have creases.
Machine wash gentle cold. It doesn't say that they're pre-washed. They're all 100% cotton. So I'm going to put that as a question in the episode thread in the Ravelry group.
Is she beating something up in her dreams?
Something.
Also,
oh, sock done. Yay. So, y'all help me on that if you are a sewer. Is that what they're called?
Sewer, sewist. Sewist is
Seamstress is different.
Yeah.
Help me know what to do. If I have to iron them, I have to buy an iron because we don't own one. I don't believe in ironing. Yeah, so fat quarters to... My class is not until October, and I'm still already getting ready because I'm so excited.
I'm going to try to model these on pink.
Oh my gosh.
Can you help me?
Yes.
Yes! When I finish them both, we'll do it.
Okay, do we have anything else to talk about?
I got some stuff in the mail, but I'm going to show it later.
Because you're waiting for everything to get here for the project you're doing.
Yes, as well as some other things, which you will find out about later.
I dropped a stitch. So picking it up. Crisis averted. There we go. Okay, well then let's talk about hashtag GGK Crafty Pad. What is it, Danny?
It stands for Geeky Girls Knit Crafty Photo a Day Challenge. We have a list of photo prompts for each month, so you take a look at the prompt for that day, take a picture related to it, and post it anywhere you like, but we pick our favorites from Instagram.
That's right. So we're continuing with our July kind of just summary theme. It's only the 11th, so I'm not even thinking ahead to August yet. I'll do that probably... about a week and a half or so. We'll look at the August stuff and figure it out. All right, so what are we about to show them?
2 photos from us that we liked and 5 photos from other people that we liked.
Here come the photos. Those were our favorite photos. Great job, everybody. It's never too late to join in. You just take a look at the prompt for the day. Today's prompt is texture. You interpret it however you wish. You take a photo, because we're very cheater friendly on that. Take a photo, you post it on Instagram. Make sure in your caption you put hashtag #GGKCraftyPad, because that's how we find your photos. If you have a private account on Instagram and you are participating in GGKCraftyPad, you need to send a message to Dammy, who is Dammy's Doodles, to tell her that you're participating so that she can follow you, so that she can see your photos, because she's the one that like goes through them. Because otherwise we can't see your photos. So if you're private and participating, message Dammy so she can follow you. And your photo might get chosen to be featured in the podcast and on social media and on the show notes. So, as I mentioned before, I am taking an English paper piecing class in October. That's the only event we have on the calendar for right now. So, with that, I think we will move on to the next segment.
Now we're going to talk about what we are reading, watching, and listening to.
What are you reading?
I am rereading Anne of Green Gables by Ellen Montgomery, because you told me I had to.
So, where are you?
The roof pole?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. You've made good progress. Because that's a good ways in.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So I assume... Oh, wait. What, you're reading something else, too?
Oh, yeah. The Glass Scientists, which is a web comic by Sabrina Katungo.
It comes out weekly.
Yes.
Okay. So now, I assume you're getting your 15 minutes in since you've gotten to the ridgepole already.
Yes.
Okay. What am I referencing?
The July, August, September. Wow.
Read along.
Wow.
So, this
Wow.
is a challenge for you to read 15 minutes a day, every day. Doesn't matter to me what you read. This started out as a challenge for Dammy, and y'all ended up joining in. And now we keep doing these quarterly, which is fun. I'm glad y'all are enjoying it. It's a challenge for you to read 15 minutes a day. I don't care what you read. My preference would be physical books, ebooks, audiobooks, magazines, newspapers, comic books, graphic novels, magazines, etc. But if you are reading, like, on social media, and you're actually, like, reading, like, a post, not just a, oh, let me scroll through Instagram, that can count to, my thing is I want you to read. I just want you to read something. At least 15 minutes a day. There is a finish line thread in the Ravelry group. You post one time, and then you go in and edit your post. The minimum I need from you is to say that you read at least 15 minutes a day. If you want to keep more precise, like, oh, I read 47 minutes today, and this is what I read, that's fine. Some people are doing that. But the minimum is telling me that you read. If you finish 88 of the 92 days in July or September, you'll be entered into one or more giveaways for one of our ebooks. You will get the equivalent of a 20% off coupon for our Ravelry store, which you can use to get 20% off any single pattern, or you can use it towards $1.20 towards an ebook collection. And you'll get a virtual badge. If you finish 61 of the 92 days, you'll be entered into one or more giveaways for any of our single patterns, and you'll get a virtual badge. If you're posting on social media, you can use the hashtag GGKRAL18 to talk to us about what you are reading. And again, if you did the April, May, June RAL, and didn't watch last week's episode, watch it, because there's still some prizes out that have not been claimed yet. Alright, what I'm reading.
Lots of things,
Yes.
apparently.
I finished a lot of things. I'm reading The Soul of Shame, Retelling the Stories We Believe About Ourselves by Kurt Thompson. So the first few chapters of the book were like the the science, talking about the brain and how pathways are formed, and I mean how shame starts in our brain from when we are very young, and now we're talking about the more
The
soul type stuff, and the
like the name of the book,
like the actual like actions of like what we can do to help deal with this. So I am enjoying reading that. I continue to reread Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone / Philosopher's Stone by J.K. Rowling, along with listening to the Harry Potter and the Sacred Text podcast. I read the chapter last night about the guy who created the Sorcerer's Stone. What's it?
Nicholas Flamel.
Yeah, that's the one I read.
The Philosopher's Stone.
I know. And that was a chapter where Harry won the game in, or do we have a baby bunny? Bing likes to be a baby bunny. Where Harry wins the Quidditch match in 5 minutes that Snape is a referee for.
Seeing her face, she's like looking at me with manic eyes.
Yeah, she's like, "Are you gonna come at me?" Okay, and then I read a lot of fiction this week. I'm just ignoring her and keep going, okay?
She's so cute.
She is very cute. I just finished reading book 5 of the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas, and I'm waiting for the 6th book. I'm on hold for it at the library. I read Takeoff, which is the first book in the Seth Walker series by Joseph Reed. It was really good. It was a thriller, and I really enjoyed it, and the second book is like not scheduled to come out until like 2019. So I made myself a note for that. I read The Paris Package by A.W. Hartwine. Hartwine?
No.
Anyway, I read it. It is really good. It's talking about it's a historical fiction book around when the Nazis start stealing things and start taking people into the concentration camps. And it's this husband and wife that are on their honeymoon tour and how they got caught up in it. It was really good. And then I read Still Waters, which is book number 1 in the Sandham series by Vivica Steen. It's not originally in English. It's been translated. And it was really good. It was a mystery. And she actually has more in the series out that have been translated as well. My leg is falling asleep. So those are on my list to read. I think I got it from Amazon when they were doing that free giveaway of books that were not originally written in English. Mm-hmm. So that was really good. And then my friend and mentor Tara Swiger loves to talk about what she's reading, and she recommended this author at some point in Instagram stories, podcast somewhere. The author's name is Oliver Burke. I've never heard that name before, but it's beautiful. I think that's how you say it, Oliver. So I read The X, which was a thriller mystery, and really enjoyed it. And then I just, on Monday, picked up some books from the library because I didn't find them on digital from the library. So I'm reading the Under Suspicion series, which was co-authored by Mary Higgins Clark, who is a very famous best-selling author, and Oliver Burke. They worked together. And I finished reading book 1, and I'm reading book 2. And the premise of this is the main character is the person behind a reality news series that takes cold cases that have not been solved and interviews and talks with all the people who were involved in it. And the first 2 cases were solved while this happened. So one was
no more baby bunny.
Hi, baby. One was because they did the first case was not like done in a book. The it's just like mentioned kind of as backstory. The second case, which was the first book, was about a college student that was murdered. And I totally didn't get it right as to who actually did it. And the other interesting thing was behind the lead character is her husband was murdered and her 3-year-old son witnessed it happen. And then the guy, like 5 years later, tried to kill her and her son. And they caught him. And so that's some of the stuff behind it, is her wanting to help families. So the case in the second book is a woman who disappeared. So they were having a destination wedding in Florida, and the woman disappeared just before, like a day or two before the wedding was supposed to happen, and police tried to say it was cold feet, but 5 years later, she still disappeared. And so I'm just probably in the first quarter of the second book, so I'm really enjoying them. I love thrillers. Y'all know that. Y'all know I love thrillers and mysteries and things like that. So, all right, watching. Well, as it was the 4th of July this week, we felt that it was necessary to rewatch for the 50 zillionth time Independence Day with Will Smith and Brent Spiner and lots of other people.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yes. I loved it. I loved it. So good. You tolerated it, or did you like it?
I liked it.
Okay.
I liked Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. It was good. We enjoyed that. Okay, why don't you talk about the next thing?
What's the next thing? Oh, we finished watching season 1 of Timeless, and now we're watching season 2.
Knowing that it has not been renewed, but they want to do a TV movie to finish it. And I totally knew what was going to happen. You had to know what was going to happen. That they finally, something that they did in the past, changed the future. And his wife, what's the guy's name?
Wyatt.
Wyatt's wife is back. She was not murdered.
What?
Right after he and
Lucy
got together.
What if it wasn't something they did? It was something Rittenhouse did?
It could have been. But when, because they were in hiding, but when his phone buzzed and he looked at the text, and I was like, it's his wife, it's his wife, it's his wife, she's back.
But now Flynn is in the bunker.
Flynn is in the bunker.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, and the what's the agent's name?
Christopher.
Yeah, she had
Connor
arrested. She was like, no, you cannot be out there in public. People are after us. Rittenhouse is after us.
Bad.
Okay. I finished watching season 4 of Longmire.
Wow.
I'm enjoying that. I think I've got 2 seasons left, maybe. Okay. You want to talk about the next one?
6, 8, 10, 12, 14. We are watching season 3 of Colony. I blanked on everything that happened in this episode.
The Resistance is back.
Is?
Yes.
How?
I don't remember. Because we watched something else with aliens in it this week with Independence Day, so I can't bring it to mind. Hold on, let's see.
No.
I
can't talk about the next thing because I didn't watch it.
I know. I will talk about it. I watched Humans, the series 3 finale. Colony.
Cole Sprouse.
Next episode. Sea spray. This was on. Willow and Katie wonder if they're really safe in Seattle. Snyder finds compromising information on Everett Keene's Amy and Broussard part ways. There's no reviews. Yeah. Human, Series 3 finale. Mia was murdered while calling for peace. Very sad. Lauren, not Laura. Why does it keep changing it to Lauren? Her name is Laura. Laura was arrested for treason. Niska was awakened to lead the upcoming inevitable change of human-synth hybrids.
Well.
Yeah. And that was the end of Series 3. I'm pretty sure it's been already renewed for Series 4. And Poldark Series 4, the evil vicar is dead. I couldn't make my brain figure out how to spell it. How do you...
It's an A, not an O.
Okay.
Vicar.
Like
a vicar.
Well, he's dead. He is dead. But there was this thing... Oh, I meant to pull it up. Let me see if I can find it right quick. There's this image of the actor who played the vicar, what he looked like before he started playing the vicar, and it's like, oh my gosh, is this the same person?
Why?
Because he looks so freaking different. What am I looking up? Poldark Vicar. Here we go.
Oh, that's the sun.
I know, but he put on 2 pounds to
2 pounds?
2, yeah,
Stones.
2 stones. Okay, so this is what the vicar looks like in the show. That's what he looked like before he played the role. Holy crap, right? Yeah, he put on 2 stones for the role. He ate a diet that included some protein shakes, but was mostly Haagen-Dazs ice cream and beer.
I don't think the sun is a reliable source.
This is, I saw it other places. He ate 3,500 calories a day to become the villain. Yes. I've been listening to my CC's Faves playlist. And podcast. Oh, I started listening to a new to me podcast called Criminal. And it's not a comedy murder, true crime podcast.
Comedy murder.
I like my favorite murder is. It is like it talks to someone who is like the victim of a crime or who committed a crime or was accused of a crime. And they're just short episodes. They're usually right around 20 minutes. One of the ones I listened to yesterday, it was so sad. A guy was arrested and in jail for being part of a ring of people who had, I'm trying to see how I can say this because we're a family-friendly show, had photos and videos of underage people that were very highly illegal. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But he wasn't involved in it. But they arrested him and he lost his job. They wouldn't hire him back even though he was cleared. His record was expunged. It made me very sad for him. Yeah. So there's a wide variety. It's not just murder or attempted murders. So I've been listening to that. Have you been listening to anything?
Random Spotify playlists.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I think with that's everything we're reading, watching, and listening to. We should move on to the next segment. It must be
leaf blowing
outside our door because it's Wednesday, so of course that's what they're doing. Alright, next segment.
And now it's time for the June, July, August.
Summertime and the living is easy.
Al.
That's right. So this started on the 1st of June. It runs through the 31st of August. It's for any project you knit, crochet, weave, or spin that you can convince this is related to summer. What's the fallback?
You made it in the summer.
Even if you're in the other southern hemisphere.
We forgive you.
We do. It's okay. That's all. No whips are allowed. You have to start your project the 1st of June or later and finish it by the 31st of August. Every project that you post in the FO thread is 1 entry into the giveaway, unless it uses less than 20 yards, 18.3 meters of yarn. If that's the case, you need to group 2 or more projects in the same post in the FO thread that total at least 20 yards, 18.3 meters of yarn. So say like you knit a coaster that only took 15 yards, and then you did another coaster that took 15 yards, you could post both of those in one post in the FO thread, because that's 30 yards of yarn used. Okay. Feel free to poly dip in other owls. So it's totally fine for you to use your projects in the summertime owl, in like the Knit Girl Stash Dash. I think there's some kind of sock one going on with like little skein in the big wool. Anyway, whatever. It is totally fine to use projects in multiple owls, and I'm pretty sure that all podcasters are okay with that. As long as you're doing it meets the rules, it's fine to use your project in multiple owls. That's totally fine with us, and I believe probably for most podcasters. We have lots of lovely prizes that are on the screen right now. We'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who has donated prizes. If you would like to know more about the prizes, see larger photos, get links to them, see the coupon code that one of our prize donors is giving to y'all, you can go to
geekygirlsknit.com
or tune in to the first podcast of every month where we talk about the prizes in detail. That was not supposed to be knit. That was supposed to be slipped.
I messed up my row too. What is this?
What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh no, I dropped it. There it is. Okay, sorry, I got lost. You have to be a member of the Geeky Girls Knit Ravelry group to participate. If you want to post stuff on social media, you can use the hashtag GGK Summertime 18. We will lock the FO thread the morning of the 1st of September and draw prize winners on the next podcast after that. If you are a prize winner, you'll have 30 days to claim your prize, or you forfeit it. We have a chatter thread on the Ravelry group where you can talk about what you're working on, encourage each other along the way, and Dammy gives a shout out there to everyone who finishes projects every week, and we also give you a shout out here on the podcast. So Dammy, shout out.
All right. Angie's Hip, Auntie Knits a Lot, D-Door4, I Knit Socks 2, Jodediah, K2P2 Mama, Kersey S, Knit Central, Missy K. Schmidt, Puppet Princess, Rastrauss, Silver Luna 2112, S. Keeling, VT Kimmy Kim, Wombat Knitter, Yarnsmith Dory, and Yell Cat 2.
Great job, everybody. So keep working on those projects. You have just under 2 months to get them done. So let's move on to the next segment.
And now it's time for Ask the Geeky Girls, the part of our show where you ask us things and we answer them.
Or try to.
And try to.
Okay, so this week the question is for you, Dammy. Allison, who is Ali B Creations from the UK, asks, Dammy, where has your love of musicals come from, and do they inspire you to create knitting patterns? So let's start with the first part. Where has your love of musicals come from?
I don't really know where it came from. It started when we watched the 2012 Les Mis movie together. Then I forgot about it for a bit, but then it came back to me, and so got back into Les Mis. The revival was going on at that point.
You knit that beautiful
cockade.
Yeah.
Cockade.
Rosette. Rosette. That is on your bulletin board now.
Yeah. Then I got into Hamilton.
Before it was popular.
You don't have to say that.
She was.
You don't have to.
She was with it before it was popular.
Hamilton, and then Great Comet, and then it just went on. So I don't really know where it came from.
It probably came because I love musicals as well, and I had you watch them and listen to them, and yeah, which came from your B-Ma who loved musicals and had me watch them and listen to them. White Christmas is another one.
It's a movie musical.
Yeah, Holiday Inn is a movie musical. Well, but it's on Broadway now, right?
No, it closed.
Oh, it closed.
It was a limited engagement.
Oh, okay, but it was.
Yes.
And we watched it, and we got to see
the filmed version.
Yeah, of it in the theater.
And then it was at the Fifth Avenue last holiday season.
Yeah. Okay, so does your love of musicals inspire you to create knitting patterns?
Yes, actually, I am working on a set of patterns inspired by the musical Hadestown by Anais Mitchell.
Yes, but we also did a collection of 4 patterns inspired by White Christmas.
Oh yeah, we did do that. Mine were both inspired by Judy.
Yes. So what did you do?
I did the Abraham number socks,
Which are shorty socks.
Yeah, and the Best Things Shawlette.
And then
it's the best outfit in the whole movie.
And I did
White Christmas socks and sister shawl.
I did, what did I call it? There Are Never Such Devoted Sister shawl, and it's a circular shawl with beads. And then I did the socks that were the red, white, and black. What were they called?
Dreaming of a White Christmas.
I think that's right. And it's lace. My designs
With beads.
with beads, optional beads.
Went too far back.
May all your Christmases be white socks. Yeah. Very Colorful Yarnings did a self striping for us of it to do for that. So, yes, you have been inspired to create patterns, and you are working on more. You're going to do it. You're going to do it. Okay, do you have anything else to say about musicals?
No.
You love them.
Yeah.
Thank you, Allison, for the question. That was a great one to ask. So if somebody has a question for us, Dammy, what should they do?
Go to our Ask the Geeky Girls thread in our Ravelry group and post it.
That's right. And we usually answer the questions in order unless it's a time-sensitive question. Mm-hmm. Like there was a question that I actually just answered in the thread because they were asking a question about an abbreviation in the GGK Crafty Pad prompts list. KIP means knit in public. WIP means work in progress. Hashtag WIDN means what I'm doing now. Are there any other ones that we use? AL means alongs. I think that's about it. So, alrighty. Well, I think we're ready to move on to the next segment. Yay, we made it to the end of the show. This one was not as long as last week. Last week's was pretty long because we had that review and we had a lot of stuff to talk about. We had prize winners and all that stuff. Okay, so I wanted to remind you that I am doing essential oil classes. So if you have ever wondered what are essential oils, how can I use them, what is the benefit to me and my family, I have classes both in person and online scheduled, but I'm also happy to chat with you one-on-one, either if you're local, like over coffee, or if you're not local, over a phone call or video chat, to see if they might be something that'd be helpful for you. My upcoming classes in July, the one tonight will already have passed by the time you see this. So the in-person classes in July that are upcoming are here in Bremerton at the Starbucks on Kitsap Way on Monday the 16th of July at 1 p.m. and it's how to get free oils, because there's 3 ways you can earn free oils. And then I'll be doing the same class on Wednesday the 25th of July in Silverdale, Washington at the Barnes & Noble Cafe at the Silverdale Mall. And then the online classes for the rest of July are Thursday, when this episode is going live. So if you're watching this when it comes out, I have a class at 3 p.m. Pacific, which is 4 p.m. Mountain, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UK. But it's also recorded, so if you register for the class, you'll be able to watch the recording later. So this week's class, Thursday the 12th, is on how to get a free essential oils, because there's 3 ways to do that. And then next Thursday, the 19th, at the same time, is Natural Solutions class. And then the 26th of July, at the same time, is a Top 10 Oils class. So again, if you're interested in any of those, if you go to oevent.com/oils-with-cc, the link's in the show notes as well, you can register for those classes for free. I'm doing a summer challenge with doTERRA, which is the company I work with. And so I've got 17 classes scheduled in July and August, whether they're in person or online. So if you've ever wondered about essential oils or how they can help you and your family, or you're just wanting to learn more about them and what they can be used for, just PM me and we'll figure out whether a class is better for you or a one-on-one is better. Do we have any other announcements, Stammy? I don't think we do. So we'd like to say a big thank you. We love you guys. To everyone who supports the podcast, however you do that. Either watching it, that's supporting the podcast. But a huge thank you especially to those who support us financially, because it does cost money to do the podcast, like with prizes that I shipped out last week, technology, various things like that. So there are 3 ways you can support the podcast financially. First is Patreon, which is a site where you pledge a certain amount each month to support your favorite creatives. And you earn rewards based on what level you donate at. I just did Patreon rewards last week and shipped those out. So, or sent them messages if you had something digital that you earned. But if you'd like to learn more about that or sign up, you can go to
patreon.com/geekygirlsknit.
What's another way?
There's a PayPal button in the sidebar of our website if you would like to make a one-time donation.
And we are amazon.com.co.uk and .ca affiliates. If you're going to shop on Amazon, if you click through our website first, Amazon gives us a little money back based on what you purchase. It doesn't cost you anything extra, and it's a great way to support the podcast by doing something you'd be doing anyway, especially with back to school shopping coming up. So if you click through our website first, that'd be great. Dammy, where can they find out more about all of this and find us online?
You can go to geekygirlsknit.com. There are links to everywhere else we are online: YouTube, iTunes, Ravelry, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc.
And with that, we're going to tell you goodbye. We hope you have a lovely rest of your week. And remember to stay cool and stay hydrated. Make sure you're getting enough water as the summer is heating up. Water is very, very important. So drink your water. And have a great rest of your week. Happy knitting. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye. This is my sleeping, bashful baby. Look at this tummy fluff. Look at this fluffy baby.
Do you want to tell them about the adventure we had with her on Sunday? The 2 adventures.
We had such an adventure with her. So first we had to give her a bath.
A real bath.
In the bathtub. And she did not like it one bit. She clawed us both, like not maliciously, but she just wanted out of the bathtub.
She climbed me and over my shoulder.
Yeah, but we got her clean, and now she's all soft. She still has a lot of hair, though. Oh, hello.
And then what was the other thing that happened on Sunday?
So there's a little cabinet over there by her food bowl.
Which is where I keep some of my yarns.
Yeah, and there's a little space that opens down there with doors.
Well, and there's a picture of it in GGK Crafty Bag.
Yeah, and so the door accidentally got left open. And I saw that was open, so I closed it. And then like 10 minutes later, I was like, where's my pink? So I go look everywhere. I look under beds, because she likes to go under beds, because it's summer and it's cool under our beds. And I look in all her usual hiding places, but she's not there. So then I go and I open the cabinet, and she is just chilling on the knitting stuff on the bottom shelf. She wasn't angry or mad or scared. She was just chilling.
Relaxed and all cool.
Mm-hmm.
And shooting some people outside of the
You
school.
made this joke last week.
I know. And it was also in Timeless this week, too. Or Timeless that we watched.
So, yeah, she could have gotten out if she wanted, if she'd pressed hard enough, but
She was just relaxing.
She wanted to be away from the humans for a little bit.
After her traumatic bath.
Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Pink, say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I sleepin', Dammy. I sleepin'. I sleepin'. I was a sleepy baby. Sleepy baby. Sleepy, sleepy baby.
Oh.